Hello, it's Annie from Bad Squiddo. So I'm going to quickly show you how to use the Pledge Manager. Don't be afraid if you think that the fact there's a video demo means it's very complicated. This is just for people who haven't done it before or just have a little bit of doubt. It means you can watch somebody do it here. If you have any questions, don't worry, just send me an email afterwards and I'm happy to help. I'd rather you asked before than struggle through it. So here we are on the Kickstarter page. So what will happen is, possibly by the time you're viewing this video, there will be a Kickstarter update, and that will show you exactly in text form what to do, and it will have a link to this video, and it will also explain how to do it. It is the hottest day of the year, and my brain is melting, I think. So you'll be on the page, and everybody will get a code. That code is has the same money off value as the Kickstarter pledge, the amount that you have pledged into the Kickstarter. So we'll go to the top right here where your little icon will be, and then you go down to messages, and that's where you'll find the message from me. I'm not clicking it because it's got secret messages from all of you in there, so that wouldn't be very professional. But if you click there on messages, there'll be one from Bad Squiddo Games and it'll have your personal code in. So say for example you backed £40 for all the Dwarves, that code will be worth £40. If you backed £50 for all the Dwarves and £10 of something else, then that will be £50, and you get to choose now, this is the point in the Pledge Manager, where you allocate those funds. So you go into the messages, remember top right, and then just there. Go into the messages and copy your code, and then we head over to the Bad Squiddo website, which is badsquiddogames.com. There'll be a direct link in the Pledge Manager, but if you come this way, so go straight to the shop, and there it is, straight at you, the Amazon and Dwarf Kickstarter Pledge Manager. It's also here. It'll be in a similar position on the mobile as well. So we click in. So for this example, I've backed £46 for the Amazons. I think it's £46. Boop, boop. Yeah. So I want to go to the first thing, unless you have chosen the pick and mix, which I'll get to in a moment, you go to pledge levels. Click here. So these gold ones are the pledges, these four. You click the pledge that you wanted. If you've changed your mind and you want to increase your pledge, you know, if you thought I wanted all the Dwarves but now actually come to think of it I'd like all in, you can upgrade, no problem at all. You just click add that to cart. These here are extra bundles. They're not pledges, but they're the other bundles that were included. I've put them here just in case you want to choose kind of everything. It's all on the same page. So that's the animal bundle that was in the add-ons, the Amazon character bundle from the add-ons, terrain app bundle. I've also made a bundle of these brand new figures. I'll go into them more in a moment. They've been mentioned, but I wanted to be very clear about them. So they're the new figures that were sculpted post-Kickstarter. So they're technically not part of the Kickstarter. But instead of waiting to release them a bit later, I thought, well, I might as well give you them at a bit of a discount and early, because they fit in really well and they're super cool. So if you'd like to add them, they don't get included automatically into any pledges, but if you just click there, you can add them all in. You can also add them individually, which I'll show you in a moment. So for this example, I've chosen all the Amazons. We can click or add to cart just here, but if we click the image, that takes us to the full page. I've followed those instructions, I've clicked for more info. So just to refresh your memory, because it's always been a little while between the Pledge Manager and the Kickstarter. Oops, I've even put all the Dwarves. Well, that's screwed up my example. Okay, it's too hot to refilm. So basically this here should actually explain that you get all the Amazons from the original campaign and everything that you get with that pack. Just realised I've made this even more confusing now. But pretend that lists all the Amazons. Oh dear. Right, so that'll be all these original Amazon packs. So you'll get these, and these, and this, as well as the stretch goals, which will be Amazon badge and sticker. So with I've got £46. That's my pledge. I'll add that to the cart. If you want to put another one in, you can put another one in. You can add 2 if you think, actually, I want twice that amount of Amazons. For every pledge that's added, you'll get all the stretch goals that are applicable to it as well. So if you want to get your mate one who wants to come in later, they'll get the same amount of stretch goals. You don't have to split them between. So then, if that's all you want, so you've pledged £46, you now have chosen the £46, you can go to the cart, which is in the top right. Or, if you're somebody like me, you'll go back, you think, hang on, what else was in this Kickstarter? So then, you can go back to the main page, and you can add anything else that you like on. So, what would I go? Let's have a look. So I've pledged for all the Amazons, maybe I'll add a couple of Dwarfs on. So this is all the individual packs that you can add, as many as you like of any of them. This is where I should mention pledge level 1, pick and mix. You don't need to choose the pledge from that pledge section, you just add whatever you like. So for example, if you really just wanted this Dwarf Barbarian, you just click that and check out as normal. Well, add your code in. So in this example, I've got all the Amazons. I'm going to take some Dwarf Champions. So I can click add to cart here if I'm extra sure, or again click on them. Here there's the details, the scale, the sculptor, the material. It also shows that they're cast in one piece if that's something that's a concern to you. It shows how many pieces there are. It's always nice to click on the image and get all the details just in case. So I will add to cart. Back to the pledge manager. Oh, I know. Let's go to animals. Because I really like guinea pigs, I would like some Pegasi. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to add 3 packs because I love guinea pigs that much. They're so cute. So add to cart. I need to change that. It says cart and bag. That's madness. So now I've chosen my pledge, my dwarf, and my guinea pigs, of which I want 3 packs. Is there anything else I want? Oh, I've just been paid. Oh, the terrain. So this is the terrain that was featured in the Kickstarter, but it's not the entire range, and that deal, remember, is not every bit of terrain that we do. So if you click on that, it will show you more information. You can also go to Bad Squiddo Terrain just to check out the others. There is a bigger deal for everything. For the Kickstarter, I just picked out the ones that might, fit specifically, but you're welcome to add that. So if I click on here, that shows exactly what you get. And also you can add whatever you like from the website. There's a chance that if you do order things outside of this section, so in here we've also got older miniatures that fit, such as these Amazons, Sia, Fina, they're all in the Pledge Manager. If you add anything from outside the Pledge Manager, your order might go to the back of the queue, but assuming we get them out as fast as previously, that should just delay it by a week or 2 weeks. But it just means that we can sort of robotically get out the simpler ones, and then if there's any issue with something else, so for example you order something that's gone out of stock, we have time to get that sorted by the time we get to you. So if you want your stuff as quickly as possible, it's best to stick into this Pledge Manager section. But if you really want other things, you could also just put a separate order through, and then you'll get those beforehand. It might give you something to paint while you're waiting. So I have decided that is all I will be purchasing. So I'm now ready to go to the checkout. It's this Squiddo in a cart at the top right. But if you happen to be looking at a product, and you've added, I'll add Fishlass Maria. I'll add her to the cart. You can go straight to the checkout there too. I've also forgotten to add, so on the main section underneath, these are all the new bits. So they're the extras, so if you want them you have to choose them here. They're also in, the bundle is in the pledge levels, and in the Amazon's add-ons you'll find them here too, and that bundle. Hopefully that's clear. So now my theoretical person, I'm going to go to this cart and I'll double check everything that I would like. Yep, Dwarf Champions, Pegasi, and then because everything is weighted, it can give you a shipping estimate. So currently it's costing me £91, about £85.50 for the items. So I'll put my coupon code in, you can copy and paste yours. So this is mine. Ah no! Danny is the best. There we are. So £46 off has been applied, so that says it's successful. Look up here and it shows up. So the new total with the shipping is £45. So that's just the extra, so I need to pay for the shipping and for the extra goodies that I've chosen to add. There's the terms and conditions here, which I always recommend reading. It's the usual own your soul sort of thing, but yep, you should click there and then agree, and then we go to checkout. So this will then determine which shipping method you'd like. As you can see, there's a choice, it'll show anything that's relevant for your country. So because I'm in the UK, you can see there's first class, signed for, special delivery, and a courier. Because I've got a large pledge, I'm going to click signed for. I kind of recommend that everyone really, if the larger pledges, does sign for, just for peace of mind. And there's obviously the fancier next day options. Then we put our information in, double check the address. If you've got an account on here already, you don't need to create an account. I hate it when you have to do that. So, but if you do, you can sign in and just click. You should totally do it, and then it's quicker next time. So put all the information in, your phone number, which is just handy to pass if you've got a courier or if you're in a different country, courier, that sort of thing. That's obviously not my number. That is the office. So I'm going to go for signed for and continue. So the PayPal is where all the money goes through. If you do not have a PayPal account, don't worry, because the PayPal is just the merchant, so you can use your credit card through there, just keep following and it'll tell you what to do. If you have any issues, just email me, that should be absolutely fine. So pop your email in here, this is auto-filled. I've put my billing address is the same as shipping, but you can of course have a different shipping address, so you can unclick that and change to whatever you like. Order comments, unless there's anything really specific, like I can put things on the box. It's not guaranteed, but it sometimes helps. So for example, I can write on the box, if nobody answers, can you leave in the side alley, or anything like that. That's obviously all on your liability and such, but yeah, I can put that on the box, any instructions to the postie or anything like that. If you'd like to say thank you and all that sort of stuff, then that's amazing, because when I get into the drone nature of packing them all and I'm absolutely knackered, it's really cool to see some really lovely messages in there, so that's excellent. If it's an urgent message, it's probably best to email instead, because when I go through and process them, I tend to just sort of click it all and look at the note as I'm shipping them. So for example, if you're asking if you can have it by a certain date for a birthday or anything like that, you're better to email. My throat's going very croaky. So for example, you can put, hi, capitals, hi Annie, please leave by the burning wicker man in my front lawn. Thanks a lot. John. Thanks John, I will do that. So that's it, there's all the details. We click pay with PayPal, it takes all of these wonderful cards. Bam! Obviously I can't pay myself, it doesn't even let me, so nothing will happen there. But once you finish paying, it will redirect you, come on, back to here, where it will say thank you very much, your order has worked. Then that will go through to your email. It might be in the spam section, but you'll get an automated your email's been received email. Then once I've checked it, or just clicked it basically, I try and check them all initially, then it will say your order's processing, which just means I've got it and I've clicked it, just to sort of get it out of my face for a little bit. Don't worry if it doesn't switch to processing immediately. I tend to just spend an evening sometimes just clicking them all through. And then there is nothing to do until shipping time. So if you keep an eye out, you'll see me start posting that things are going out, and you'll receive an email saying your order has shipped, hooray! When you receive that email, that's the time to start counting from for postage. So for example, if you've chosen one that says it'll be about 5 days, then from then you sort of count the 5 days. Don't get confused and think that when you filled the pledge manager in, and if you choose next day delivery, you'll get it the day after the pledge manager, which has happened before. I'd love to do that, but they're not cast yet. So the pledge manager's purpose really is to, well, it's obviously to see what you want, but we put it in earlier so that we know how many to order from the casters. So the quicker they all get filled in, the quicker I can get that information to the casters. They're already starting to cast just based on the amount of pledges, but obviously all the add-ons, all the £1 pledges that want to increase and all that, it means that we can get really cracking on and get this out to you hopefully early. So hopefully this was very informative. I've tried to make the pledge manager as simple as I can, but there will always be, you know, I understand that different Kickstarters do things differently, and even Bad Squiddo Kickstarters have sort of changed slightly over the years, so totally don't feel like an idiot if you're still stuck. Just send me a message over and it will be fine. After I've finished sending all the codes out, then I'll send another update. So if you don't get a code immediately, don't worry, I have to manually do them all, and there's 300 and something. So wait till the final pledge manager, the final update has gone up saying all the codes are out. And if you still don't have your code, then send me a message. The best way to contact me is via email. You can message on Kickstarter, but I don't get notifications on there. Well, I do, it just goes to a different email address, so that's all. So don't freak out if there's no immediate reply. Any problems, it will all be sorted. There'll only be a couple of problems, but it's just the nature of stuff. Nothing's perfect. If, you know, for example, you put it in and then you move house, or you realise you've errored somewhere, we'll sort it out. No problems. Right, let's get that video up and uploaded and get the pledge manager out to you so you can do this yourself. Yay! Thanks for listening to the rambles. Goodbye.